industries. In this chapter, we will discuss the following topics. They are: number 1, cement. The next one is glass. Third one, sugar industry or sugar. And another one is alcohol. Next, plastic industry or plastics. These are the topics in this industries chapter. Now, going to discuss about cement. Cement, it was prepared by Joseph Aspdin in 1824. Cement prepared by Joseph Aspdin in 1824. What is the composition of cement? Cement, it has the one is limestone, clay and gypsum. Limestone, clay and gypsum. Generally, limestone, it is called as calcium carbonate. So, it is the composition of limestone, clay and gypsum. Gypsum, it is also called as calcium sulfate dihydrate is called as gypsum. What is the another or common name for calcium sulfate dihydrate? Gypsum. Yes. It is used in this preparation of cement. What is the color of the cement? The color of the cement is ash. Color of the cement is ash color. In the preparation of cement, how much temperature is required? The required temperature for this 1700 degrees Celsius to 1900 degrees Celsius, it is approximately, or the average value for this preparation of cement is 1800 degrees Celsius. See, cement, it was prepared by Joseph Aspdin, is a bricklayer actually. Joseph Aspdin is a bricklayer. Yes, he was prepared this material by using limestone, clay and gypsum. Initially, it was look like a stone which was available at the Portland. That is why it is called as Portland cement. It appears or looks like a Portland stone. That is why this cement also called as Portland cement. Composition limestone, clay, gypsum. Color of the cement is ash. When it is in the ash color, it has the more strengthened or it has the strong nature. It has more strong nature. It gives the strength to the walls. Lifetime also increases for this. The temperature, maintainable temperature is 1700 degrees Celsius to 1900 degrees Celsius or 1800 degrees Celsius. These are the few words about the cement. Cement prepared by Joseph Aspdin, important one. This is in 1824 is a one bricklayer. He was a bricklayer. Composition limestone, clay and gypsum. The color of the cement is ash. Temperature 1800 degrees Celsius. Due to the using this gypsum, it has the more strength. Next one, glass industry. It is also one of the important area in this chapter. Glass. What is this glass? Glass it is also contains a mixture of the limestone, yes, silica, cullet, which is called as cullet. Cullet, it is the pieces of glasses, pieces of glass is called as cullet. Pieces of glass is called as cullet. Glass, actually it is not a solid material. Glass is a super cooled liquid. Glass is a super cooled liquid substance. Glass is a super cooled liquid substance. That means it is formed by the cooling of the mixture, cooling of the raw materials, it will be formed. Cooling. So this process of cooling of the glass, the process of, important one, the process of cooling of the glass is called as annealing. Important one. Annealing. Annealing, it is the process of cooling of the glass. The process of cooling of the glass is called as what we call annealing. It is generally cooling from the 1000 degrees Celsius to room temperature or 25 degrees Celsius. Up to room temperature. It is cooling from 1000 degrees Celsius temperature to 25 degrees Celsius. In the preparation of this glass, sometimes we have to added some impurities. They are called as glass gall. Glass gall. Glass gall, it is added some impurities. Adding the impurities. Adding impurity is called glass gall. See, glass, its composition, limestone, silica and cullets. Cullet, it is the pieces of glass is called as cullet. Glass is not a solid material. Important one. Glass is not a, it's not a solid. It is the super cooled liquid substance. Bit important. Super cooled liquid substance. Yes. Annealing. The process of cooling of the glass is called as annealing. Generally, it is cooling from the 1000 degrees Celsius temperature to room temperature or up to 25 degrees Celsius. Sometimes, in the process of preparation of glass, we have to use some impurities. The process of adding impurities on the glass is called what we call glass gall. Yes. Sometimes broken glass pieces appear brightful. See, for example, these are some pieces of glass. Yes. On the surface of these pieces of glass or pieces, sunlight incidents on the surface of these particles or glass pieces. What happens? These light rays reflects are scattered from the surface of the particles. This phenomenon of scattering of light is said to be what we call scattering of light. Scattering of light. Particles or light rays, incident light rays traveling along all the directions or reflecting from their surfaces. Due to that, what happens? These broken glass pieces appear brightful or brightness. Broken glass pieces appear brightful or brightness. This phenomenon is called as scattering of light. Why the broken glass pieces appear brightful? Due to scattering of light. Due to scattering of light, broken glass pieces appear brightful. This is. Different types of glasses are there. What are they? And what are the applications of the glasses? Serial number, type of glass, purpose or use of that glass. First one, hard glass. Hard glass, it is used in the window glasses, window glass and glass bottles, Next one, flint glass, important one. Flint glass, it is used to prepare the prism and lenses. Prisms and lenses are made up of the flint glass. Pyrex glass. Pyrex glass, it is used to prepare the laboratory equipments. Laboratory equipments made up of Pyrex glass. Quartz glass, it is generally used to prepare the electric bulbs. Electric bulbs made up of quartz glass. Optical devices also made up of this quartz glass. Next, borosilicate glass. Borosilicate glass, it is used for cooking vessels. Cooking vessels made up of borosilicate glasses. Crookes glass. Crookes glass, it is used to filter the UV rays. Crookes glass, it is used to filter the UV rays. We are discussing about the different types of glasses. In that, first one is hard glass. It is used in the window glasses or glass bottles. Second one, flint glass. This is the important one, that is flint glass. It is used in the preparation of prisms and lenses. Third one is Pyrex glass. Pyrex glass, it is used to prepare the laboratory equipments. Important one, this is also laboratory equipments made up of Pyrex glass. Next one, quartz glass. Quartz glass, it is used to prepare the electric bulbs. Next one is borosilicate glass. Cooking vessels made up of this borosilicate glass. In this area, we must know one more important word, that is some containers or cooking containers or vessels, cooking containers or vessels, these are coated with a one material. That material is called as non-stick material or non-stick containers or cooking materials. Non-stick cooking materials made up of most important one, Teflon. Most important one, repeated question this is. Which of the following coated on the surface of the containers to avoid the sticking? Or non-stick cooking containers or materials are made up of the Teflon material. Teflon, it is coated on the containers. And Crookes glass, it is used to filter the UV rays. Especially sun, it emits the energetic rays. That rays are called as UV rays. UV rays. Ultraviolet rays, these were identified by Ritter scientists. These are having high energy, that is why if these rays are directly incidents on the surface of the eye, what happens? It will lose its sensation of vision or a harmful nature. It has some impact on the eye. So to avoid that kind of nature, we must use the lenses. That lenses prepared by William Crookes scientist. William Crookes scientist. That is why it is called as Crookes glass. Crookes glass. Right now, it is called what we call Crookes glass. Yes. Who prepared this or who invented the Crookes glass? William Crookes. What is the purpose of Crookes glass? To filter the UV rays. These are the different types of glasses and their applications. In this quartz glass, flint glass and Crookes glass, these are the important glasses. Glasses are having the transparent nature. Glasses are having transparent nature, especially plain glasses. And another one is in this chapter, sugar. Sugar. It is generally prepared by the sugar cane. What is the raw material to prepare the sugar? Sugar cane. Generally, when it is cut from the field or from the crop, we must bring them within the 24 hours. It must be reaches to the industry within the 24 hours. Because in this period, it has some moisture, some wet. That moisture is required to produce the more quantity of sugar. That is why how much time is required to reach the sugar canes to the industry within the 24 hours. It must be reaches the industry within 24 hours to improve to avoid the loss of productivity of sugar. So generally from the sugar cane, we have to produce the two types of products. They are, one is main product, another one is byproduct. Main product, another one is byproduct. What is that main product? The main product in this from the sugar is, in the sugar industry, the main product. What is our purpose? To produce the sugar. That is why it is the main product. What is the byproduct? The byproducts in this sugar cane or sugar industry, there are three types of byproducts are there. They are, one is bagasse. Bagasse. Second one is press mud. Then third one is molasses. Bagasse, press mud and molasses. These are the byproducts in the sugar industry. In this one more important question is, which of the following is the main byproduct in sugar industry? The main byproduct in the sugar industry is molasses. The main byproduct in sugar industry is molasses. Repeated question. Please try to understand the question. What is the given question? Which of the following is the main product? The main product is sugar. The main byproduct is molasses. Main product sugar, main byproduct is molasses. In this sugar it is, we know, various or different types of sugar forms are there. Among them, we know some important sugar forms. In that, one is fructose. Fructose. It is one of the form of sugar. It is one of the form of sugar. It is called as sweetest form of, important words, sweetest form of sugar. It is a sweetest form of sugar, and it is called as fruit sugar. It's called as fruit sugar. It is also called as honey sugar. It's called as honey sugar. Sweetest form of sugar, fruit sugar, honey sugar. Which one? Fructose. Most important one. Sweetest, it is a sweetest form of sugar, honey sugar and fruit sugar. Then second one is, second form of sugar in this, sucrose. Sucrose. It is the second sweetest form of sugar. It is using in our daily life. That is why it is also called as domestic sugar. Domestic sugar. Next one, common sugar. Common sugar. Next, table sugar. Table sugar. Regularly we are using in our daily life in regularly. That is the sucrose. And then third one is glucose. Another form of sugar is glucose. Glucose, it is the another form of sugar. It is generally, it gives the instant energy. It gives the instant energy for athletes. It gives the instant energy for athletes or common people also, whatever it is. Yes, especially generally they require more amount of energy. That is why they takes this glucose. And also diabetes patient. Diabetic patients. Diabetic patients. Urine containing form of sugar also this one. Diabetic patients urine containing form of sugar is glucose. This is the another word relating to this one. Which of the following form of sugar presents in the diabetic patient's urine? Glucose. Which of the following gives the instant energy for athletes? Or which of the following gives the instant energy? Glucose. Which of the following is called table sugar or common sugar or domestic sugar or eating sugar or baking sugar? That is sucrose. Baking salt is different one. This is the baking sugar, regular using sugar. Next one, fructose. It is called as honey sugar, fruit sugar and the sweetest form of sugar. It has the different taste. Here, byproducts. In this, bagasse, first one is the bagasse, second one is press mud, then third one is molasses. Here, bagasse, it is used in the paper industries. Bagasse, it is used in the paper industry. Yes. And also, it is also used in the power plants or to produce the electricity or in electricity production centers. It is used in electricity production centers. It is used in the electricity production centers. Yes. Press mud. It is used in the fertilizers. It is used in the fertilizers. Press mud. It is used in fertilizers. Molasses. Especially it is used in the preparation of alcohol. Alcohol. How to prepare the alcohol from the molasses? Yes, alcohol. It is generally prepared from the, what is that? Molasses. Molasses. How to prepare the alcohol from the molasses? The preparation of alcohol from the molasses is from the fermentation process. Fermentation process, important one. Fermentation. Fermentation process used to prepare the alcohol from the molasses. Molasses, it is used to prepare the alcohol in the fermentation, through the fermentation process. What is that fermentation process? Fermentation, it is one of the process. The substance is stored 2 to 3 days. The process of preservation of the substances 2 to 3 days, that is called fermentation. In this process, when it is stored 2 to 3 days, it develops the enzymes. It develops the enzymes. Enzymes, these are mainly two types. They are, one is zymase, another one is invertase. Zymase and invertase, there are the two types of enzymes. These are helpful to or play the main role to produce or prepare the alcohol. Here, few important words are there. Number one, what is that? The preparation of alcohol from the molasses is through fermentation process. Which of the following helpful in the preparation of alcohol? Enzymes play the main role. They are, one is zymase and another one is invertase. These two enzymes play the main role in the preparation of alcohol. Alcohol. In this, another type of alcohol, that is toddy. Toddy. Toddy, it is, one is available in natural form and another one is artificial. Artificial form, in the preparation of toddy, we have to use the different kind of chemicals. They are, number one, in the preparation of alcohol in artificial process, one is what we call methyl toddy. In the artificial preparation of toddy, we have to use the different kind of chemicals. They are, number one, chloroform for foam, and for narcotic, diazoform. Diazoform, it gives the narcotic or kick. Diazoform, it gives the kick. Chloroform, it gives the foam. Which of the following added to the toddy for foam? Chloroform. Which of the following gives the kick or narcotic? Yes, diazoform. Here, by consumption of alcohol, what happens? By consumption of alcohol, it impact on the eyes, brain, nerve system, liver, etc. By consumption of or over or more consumption of alcohol, or if we take the more amount of alcohol, it impacts on these following organs in our body: eyes, brain, nerve system, and liver also. Alcohols, different types of forms of alcohols are there. They are beer. What is the percentage of beer alcohol in the beer? 4 to 7%. Wine, 12 to 16%. Whiskey, 40 to 45%. Brandy, 50%. Rum, more than 50% or 60%. So, different types of substances are having the different kind of percentage of alcohols. In that example, beer 4 to 7 approximately, wine 12 to 16, whiskey 40 to 45%, brandy 50%, rum 60%. And last topic in this industries, that is, we know, plastics. Plastic are also one type of polymers. Plastics, these are also polymers. What is the meaning of polymer? Poly means more. Mer means units. Mer means units. So that is why it is prepared by the more number of units. More number of units. By more number of units, we have to prepare the polymers. So plastic is also one type of polymer. The first plastic was prepared by, who is that person? Alexander. First plastic prepared by Alexander Perks. Alexander Perks. Which of the following scientists prepared the plastic? The first plastic prepared by Alexander Perks. On his honor, it was plastic, it is called as Parkesin. The first plastic name is called as Parkesin. Plastics. Different types of plastics are there. Different types of plastics are there. In that, especially these are mainly classified into two types. They are, one is thermoplastics. Second one is thermosetting plastics. Second one is thermosetting plastics. Which are called thermoplastics and which are called thermosetting plastics? Thermoplastics, the plastic which is or which can be regained or bent into the or regain the original state or convert into the different kind of purposes or different kind of materials, that is said to be thermoplastic. But thermosetting plastics, we cannot change them even though on beating or heating. Thermoplastics, these can change. These can change on heating, but these do not change. These do not change on heating. Can change. That is the main difference. Plastics, thermoplastics. Examples for thermoplastics. Yes, we know polythene, Polythene. It is the combination of poly plus ethylene. Polythene, polyethylene, and PVC, PET, etc. But thermosetting plastics, example, bakelite, and melamine. Bakelite and melamine. These do not convert into different shapes or do not change them on heating. Yes, we are discussing about the plastic. Plastic is one type of polymer. It was prepared by Alexander Parks. That is why that plastic is called as Parkesine. Then next one, plastics are mainly classified into two types. In that one is thermoplastic. Second one is thermosetting plastics. These can change on heating, but these do not change on heating. Example, polythene, PVC, polyethylene, terephthalate, etc. But thermosetting plastics, these do not change. Example, bakelite and melamine. Here, bakelite. It was prepared by Leo Hendrik Beckland. Leo Hendrik Beckland. So on his honor, it is called as bakelite. Bakelite, it was prepared by Leo Hendrik Beckland. On his honor, it is called as bakelite. It is also one of the most important concept in this area. That is why he is called as Leo Hendrik Beckland. He is called as what we call, he is called as father of the plastic industry. Important one. Father of the plastic industry. Which of the following scientist is called as father of the plastics? Father of the plastics is Leo Hendrik Beckland. It is used in the bakelite, it is used in the switches, especially we have to use the switches, and also other electric insulators. Electric insulators and switches are made up of the bakelite material. Yes, we know bakelite, it do not change, convert into other forms, or we cannot regain the original form. These are the few words regarding this one. Melamine, it is using for floor materials. It has the versatile and tolerant nature with the heat energy. Yes, these are the examples for thermosetting plastics. Nowadays, in the world, we have to use the 60,000 plastics we are using nowadays. Among these, most of the plastics are only 6 types. So 6 types of plastics we are using in our daily life. Most of the plastics are 6 types. But in worldwide, how many types of plastics are there? 60,000 plastics are there. In that, to identify the nature of the plastic, we have to show it in this by this symbol, that is called as universal recycling symbol. This is the universal recycling symbol. Doesn't contain any number. That is called what we call universal recycling symbol. To reuse the plastics, for that we have the one principle that is said to be 4R principle. 4R principle it is using. What is that 4R principle? First one, R for reduce. And another one is R, reuse, or recycling. Another one is recover. This is the 4R principle. See once again, 4R, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 R's. In that first one is R for reduce. Second one R for reuse. Third one R for recycling. And another one R for recover. This is the 4R principle. Yes, in the universal recycling symbol, if we have the numbers, that indicates the different types of plastics. That is, for example, if in this universal recycling symbol, if we have this code 1, it is called code 1, code number 1, that indicates the PET. PET means polyethylene terephthalate. Polyethylene terephthalate. Second one is LDPE. That means low density polyethylene. Low density polyethylene. Third one, PVC. PVC means polyvinyl chloride. PVC means polyvinyl chloride. Fourth one, HDPE. High density polyethylene. High density polyethylene. Next, fifth one, PP. PP means polypropylene. Sixth one, PS. Polystyrene. If it is contained the 7, that indicates others. Generally, PET, polyethylene terephthalate, it is used in the preparation of bottles, water bottles. Yes. Second one, low density polyethylene, it is used in the milk pockets, covers, etc. PVC, these are generally used in the pipes. HDPE, high density polyethylene, these are used in the electric insulators. Next, electric insulators. PP, polypropylene. These are using for the edges of the plastic materials. Edges of the plastics or cabins, what we call edges of the TVs, edges of the electronic devices, etc. PS, polystyrene, it is also used in the buttons, etc. So these are some important words regarding this one. Generally, examiner asking definitions or abbreviations of these one. PET means polyethylene terephthalate. LDPE, low density polyethylene, where PVC means polyvinyl chloride. HDPE means high density polyethylene. PP means polypropylene. PS, polystyrene. Seventh one is others. And in this chapter also, we have the fibers. Fibers, these are mainly two types. One is natural fibers. Another one is artificial or synthetic fibers. Artificial, natural fibers, and another one is artificial or synthetic fibers. Natural fibers, these are collecting from the two sources. They are, number one is plants and another one is animals. One is from the plants and another one is the animals. From the plants, yes, which can we generally collecting from the source? From the plants, one is, what is that? Cotton, and another one is jute bags. From the animals, we have to prepare we collect one is wool and another one is silk. Wool and silk collecting from the animals, cotton and jute collecting from the plants. Yes, artificial or synthetic fibers. There are the various types of synthetic fibers are there or artificial fibers are there. In that, one is rayon. Important one. Rayon, it is also called as artificial silk. Important bit. Rayon also called as artificial silk. Next one. We have the one more type, nylon. Next one is what we call polyester, rayon, nylon, polyester, different types of, and some of the examples for this one. Rayon, it is react with or added with the wool and cotton. It is react with or mixed with the rayon mixed with wool and cotton. It is this mixture helpful to prepare the carpets and what we call bed sheets. This mixture used for, or this combination used for the preparation of carpets and bed sheets. Nylon, it has the more strengthen. First of all, it has more strengthen, and also has more elasticity. Which of the following material has the more elasticity? Nylon. Due to these reasons, it has the more strength and more elasticity. It is used in the, we know, parachutes. These are used in the preparation of parachutes, seat belt, yes, also socks, etc. Parachutes, seat belts, socks, and also innerwear. Different types of uses are there. Polyester, generally it is used in the preparation of clothes and other materials, isn't it? These are the some important words about these fibers. This is our another topic, industries. Thank you.